clowns are back.
Should have known.
Next time you see some of the U.S. cavalry coming by, Owens, step aside and show some respect.
Next time you try to ride me down, you're going to be eating some dirt.
Well, you listen to the rude and nasty tongue of the townie. Such a viper deserves the same treatment that St. Patrick gave the snake.
Snakes? You just act like you didn't hear him, Jess. But I heard him.
You looking for trouble?
I think he just found it.
Well, look who we have here. Some of the regular army discards that call themselves Rangers.
What do you mean, discards? Any one ranger's worth a whole company full of horses, nurses like you.
Oh, now, don't pay any attention to the sergeant, Jess. Everybody knows in the cavalry it's the horses that have all the brains.
Now, the man is speaking the truth, because I don't know any horse out at Fort Contention that couldn't outthink any ranger I ever met. I will say they can run faster than our horses, especially if they're running away from a fight.
Is he saying that the rangers are scared of a fight?
I think that's what he's saying, Jess.
This is what it sounded like to me, Jeff.
Let me show you who's scared.
Listen, if he's your friend and you value his life, keep him away from him. This is Percy Flower, the heavyweight champion of Texas and the great Southwest.
Flower? Percy Flower?
You think my name's funny?
Well, he's laughing, isn't he?
Well, he may be laughing now, but Percy was laughing last 4th of July when he knocked out every man jack that dared step into the ring with him, and that included a couple of your glass-jawed rangers.
He's right, Jess.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that cost me a $10 bet and cost old Reese a brand new pair of boots.
I knew there was something missing, the loud mouth and ugly face of that Reese Bennett. Where is that big bag of hot air?
He's in Houston on assignment.
Nobody calls Reese a bag of hot air. Anybody talks against him is talking against me.
Well, you do have something in common. You're both loud and you're both ugly. And you can tell him from me the next time you see him. Come this 4th of July. The pride of the cavalry will be accepting all challenges. But we don't expect any rangers to be stepping through the ring.
What do you mean?
Because your outfit is loudmouth and cold-footed.
Cold-footed?
Jess, did you hear that?
You gonna let him get away with that, Jess?
We'll show you who's cold-footed. There'll be a ranger in that ring on the 4th of July.
I'll believe it when I see it.
He'll not only climb in that ring, but he'll knock your Percy Flower right out of it.
Would you care to put your money where your mouth is?
Of course he would. Jess always backs up everything he's got to say.
Anything you want to bet this man's gonna cover.
Sure, make it easy on yourself, Monahan.
$10.
Done.
$10? Ha ha! Doesn't sound very confident to me.
$20.
Talk about cold-footed.
Cavalry even bets scared.
A month's pay.
A month's pay?
Is that the best you can do, Monahan?
That's good enough, Chad.
Well then, we'll be seeing you and your challenger, if you get one, on the 4th of July. Come along, Percy.
Can you imagine that three-striped baboon, Jess, calling the Rangers cold-footed?
Oh, you didn't let him get away with it, Jess.
I didn't, did I?
Oh, sir, why, old Reese would have been proud of you the way you stood there and just staked your whole month's pay on the Rangers.
Oh, you showed up that Monahan.
That shut him up, didn't it?
It only one thing puzzles me, Jess.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, this fella that you staked your whole month's pay on, you know, the one that's going to plant Percy Flower among the petunias? Who is he?
Who is he?
Yeah.
Who is he?
Yeah.
Who is he? You could have heard that flannel mouth, big talking the cavalry and bully-ragging the Rangers. You'd have been as rampant mad as we was.
Yeah, but you should have seen the way old Jess handled it.
Right!
Oh, after the 4th of July, them cavalry bums are going to be riding side saddle. And there ain't going to be no doubt as to which is the #1 outfit around here.
I fail to see how involving ourselves in a cheap carnival stunt will add to the prestige of the Rangers.
We've been challenged.
The gauntlet has been dropped.
And you can't walk away from a fight.
On the contrary, an intelligent man and a good Ranger will often do just that.
And be called yeller-livered?
Naturally, it takes courage to resist being hectored into a pointless fight.
But this ain't pointless. The reputation of this outfit is on the block.
The reputation of the Rangers will be made or lost by the manner in which we carry out the assignments given to us, not by public brawling.
The only assignment you've got, Gruber, is to a chair in the captain's office.
As company clerk and the captain's right-hand man, who authorized you to issue challenges in the name of this entire company?
Go milk a goat, Gruber.
Gruber.
All right. Now, who's going to have the pleasure of standing up for the honor and the good name of the Rangers?
I'm sure Captain Parmalee would feel that we should be seeking ways to cooperate with our friends in the cavalry, rather than promoting these time-wasting and futile rivalries.
Don't waste your time running to the captain. This fight's on the 4th of July, and it's a holiday, and we're off duty. All right, now, who's it going to be? What's the matter with everybody?
Well, now, Jess, we don't need everybody. We just need the best man we got.
Right. Where is he?
Well, now, let's think about this. Percy Flower's big, but he's slow. Now, our man should be solid, but not heavy. Quick on his feet, fast-thinking, and deceptive, right? All right, now, he's got to be a fella that could stay out of the way of Percy Flower's big ham fists and wear him down until that old flower just wilts. And then reach out and pick him.
He got to be solid, not fat, quick on his feet, and tricky. Joe! You gotta do it.
What's that?
You gotta fight Percy Flower.
Why?
But what do you mean, why? You know why. You were there.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember, cause you bet a month's pay on the fight.
Right. No, because we've been challenged. Somebody's got to stand up for the Rangers.
No, thank you.
What's the matter with you? Ain't you got no feeling for this outfit? Ain't you got no pride?
Now, Jess, let me tell you something. I get just about enough fighting to satisfy me just doing my job. And as far as I'm concerned, climbing into the ring with that big dumb bag of oats, just to put on a show for a bunch of dumb mullet heads, it's a pure waste of time and energy.
Oh, Joe.
Jess, you're the one that's so fired up about saving our pride and your money. You fight him.
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. Why didn't I think of that? Joe, you're absolutely right.
Well, wait a minute.
Jess, who always puts up the best fight? The fella with the cause.
But
And the most to lose.
I'm not quick and tricky and all like you said it.
I'll train you. I used to hang around the fight camps down in New Orleans.
The 4th of July is next week.
That's plenty of time. Just put yourself in my hands, champ, and I'll get you fighting trim within the week. Let's go find that loud-mouthed money. Come on.
What happened? Excuse me. Pryor's again, Captain. Get him to the doctor right away.
The ore shipment, were you able to save it?
Oh, this is Mr. Wilson Jones, Grand Western Insurance. This company's liable for that ore. Go ahead.
Got away clean. You were so confident, Captain.
Pryor's caught us off guard. They were trailing us. We were sure we'd lost him. All of a sudden, there they were, waiting for us.
Just like the Pryors.
There's nothing just like the prize, except they do the unexpected. I'll go over this with you in detail later, Hughes.
Another $20,000 claim.
Hughes and Drake were good men.
All the other insurance companies have canceled coverage of shipments in this area. One more serious loss, and my company will have to do the same.
There won't be another serious loss.
Suppose the Pryor gang decides to go after that cargo of silver bullion at the Gloria mine.
Not out here.
There's $60,000 worth of pure silver at the Gloria, Captain, and my company's liable until that bullion is turned over to the Mexican government.
When will the transfer be made?
Sometime next week.
Oh, you worrying over nothing, Mr. Jones.
You think so?
That Gloria mine's not more than 5 or 6 miles from Laredo. Last thing them priors would want to do is pull a job that close.
Is that the way you figure it, Moran?
Sure.
That's exactly the way Deke Pryor would expect you to figure it. Only this time he's not catching us off guard.
I plan to stay in Laredo until the transfer of the bullion is completed. You'll be taking special protective measures, I trust.
Depend on it, Mr. Jones. Today is the 29th of June. That means next week, next Wednesday to be exact, there'll be a big 4th of July celebration in Laredo.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to it, Captain.
Yeah. And maybe the Pryors have, too.
Well, as a matter of fact, we've been making some plans.
Whatever plans you've been making, forget them.
But, Captain,
I'm working on my own plans for the 4th of July. Gruber, I'll need the whole company. Make sure they're all advised, Gruber.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Too bad.
what's too bad?
Well, you heard the captain. No plans for the 4th of July. That means no Rangers free to fight the cavalryman.
Freddie.
Or are you planning to ignore the captain's orders?
Freddie, we wouldn't do a thing like that.
You've broken them often enough before.
Oh, we're changed men, Freddie.
Yeah, we're gonna let you set us our example.
You really mean to give up the fight?
Well, now, isn't that what you'd do, Freddie?
I wouldn't have gotten involved in the first place.
So there you are, me bragging boyos. But why do you look so sad? Is it possible, Percy, they haven't found a ranger to face you?
Oh, we found one.
You did now. And who can it be? Oh, this proud and bold lad?
It's me.
You. Did you hear what I heard, Percy?
Unfortunately, Mr. Moran won't be able to climb into the ring with you.
Why not?
Keep your horn out of this, Gruber.
Why won't he be fighting him?
Because he has a more important job to do.
Well, Captain Parmalee did warn us that we weren't to make no plans for the 4th of July.
Oh, so he said that now, did he? What a dear man to be taking such wonderful care of his little lads. So you're planning to exchange blows with the champion, but you can't because of the captain's plans. Is that the long and the short of it? What a blessed convenience. What a lovely excuse.
That ain't no excuse.
Consider a month's wages well lost, Moran. Sure, it's a small price to pay for escaping from what Percy would have done to you if you stepped in the ring.
I ain't trying to escape. I'll finish your champion.
Wait a minute now. The bet was set for the 4th of July. And unless you or your fearless ranger step in and face Percy at that time, you'll mail your next pay envelope to me. And if you get hungry and your funds are low, don't worry about it. I'll see that the cavalry sends you plenty of crow to eat for weeks to come. Come along, Percy.
Well, say who eats crow, Monahan?
In time, you'll learn to insulate yourself from such low jibes, and you'll be a better and happier man for it.
I gotta fight. You're gonna fight. The captain said he needs every man here on the 4th of July. Yeah, right. Well, you'll keep the whole day clear except for the 3 minutes it takes you to knock out Percy. 3 minutes? The guy...
5 minutes.
Well, even 10 minutes. The captain's not gonna begrudge you 10 minutes out of the 4th of July when you... Well, when you give him the other 23 hours and 50 minutes.
Well, that seems fair.
Well, the captain's a very fair man, Jess.
And besides, you'll be defending the honor of the Rangers.
I will, won't I?
Oh, there's just one thing. Let's let Freddie Gruber go on thinking that the fight's been called off.
Okay, why?
Well, he might go worrying the captains.
And the captain's he's got enough on his mind as it is, Jess.
Yeah.
Let's go have a beer.
Yeah.
Not you. You're in training.
We're getting valuable.
We always were valuable, Lundy. They're just beginning to appreciate us.
Wait till we snatch that silver bullion right out from under Parmalee's nose.
They'll double the price.
Don't make the mistake of thinking the captain's a fool. He's a clever man.
You could give him lessons.
I'll have to be extremely careful from now on.
You think he's on to you?
Not yet. But I can't last indefinitely on these forged credentials, no matter how good they may be.
Well, you don't have to fool him indefinitely. Just till after the 4th of July.
It's another thing. We may have to change our plans about the 4th.
We got this all worked out.
We may have to rework it. I'll be in touch when I've found out exactly how Parmalee intends to protect that silver.
All right.
Now, why do you think the Pryor gang may hit our smelt?
Half the people in Texas know you've got $60,000 in silver here. The Pryors have taken much bigger risks for a lot less money.
Why did we accumulate such a large sum?
At least you're fully insured, Mr. Hendricks.
Oh, we have that comfort.
Which is a good deal more than my company has.
When do you expect the buyers here?
Oh, sometime next week. I tried to set a more definite delivery date, but it's a long trip from Ciudad Victoria. The trails are unpredictable.
I asked Mr. Jones to ride out here. I want to ask you both to cooperate with me.
Oh, in what way?
As I said, the silver is bait the Pryors cannot ignore.
Bait?
You're not suggesting that we use the silver as bait in a trap?
In a way.
Oh, absolutely not.
I couldn't consider it.
All right, at least hear me out. Now, you both agree that the Pryors would be interested in taking this silver if they could.
There's no argument there.
Now, the Mexican government is sending an armed guard to pick up the silver sometime next week.
Yes, there'll be from 20 to 30 soldiers.
That's too large a party for the Pryors to attack. So, they take the silver in the next few days, or never.
This is all clear to us, Captain.
Now, when would be the best time to try? A time when most of the smelter employees are away and no rangers.
The 4th of July.
That's next Wednesday.
Exactly. Now, why wouldn't they try and take advantage of the holiday when everybody else is celebrating in Laredo?
Well, I'll ask the employees to stay here till we've gotten rid of the silver. Then if you could send us 5 or 6 rangers, Captain.
If we did that, nothing would happen.
Isn't that exactly what we want?
I want to protect the silver. But I also want the Pryors. Now, the only way I can get them, they've got to feel that that silver is vulnerable. 1 or 2 smelter guards and no rangers.
No, I can't risk it.
No, I'm afraid that under the circumstances, I'd have to say that the insurance coverage does not apply.
Suppose we moved the silver secretly to the bank in Laredo and kept it well guarded.
Then, actually, there'd be no bait in the trap.
But the Pryors wouldn't know that, and neither of you would be risking anything. And I might have a chance to get that gang.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Jones?
Sounds foolproof. As long as the silver is fully protected.
It will be, if I have your permission to transfer the silver to the bank vault tomorrow night.
No potatoes for him, Linda.
Sorry, honey. I almost forgot.
I'll just have what's left there, ma'am. See, that's just about right.
No noodles either.
You know it's for your own good.
Put them right there. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, just lay those right in there, Linda Sue.
Eat your steak, Jess.
Thank you.
No bread, champ. No bread.
Gotta keep you trim, champ, honey.
Thanks a lot, Linda Sue.
Dig in, Jeff. Let's go.
Ha! About what? What's the
Wait till
matter
I
with
tell the captain. Moran's in training.
In training for what?
Well, if he isn't in training for the 4th of July fight, why is he trying to lose weight?
His horse has been complaining, Freddie.
Eat your steaks. You need the protein. Circle around him, Jess. That's it. Use that footwork. That's it. All right, now, head up, chin in. Don't drop your hands. Put your guard up. Oh, Jess, that's not what I'm talking about.
Maybe you don't like what I'm doing. Let's you and me trade places.
Not Jazz. Now, what kind of talk is that? Here, Chad's wearing himself to a frazzle, trying to get you in condition?
Into condition for what? I've been fighting all my life. And now all of a sudden you're going to teach me how?
Jess, there is a big difference between busting heads in a barroom brawl and boxing in a prize ring according to the Marquess of Queensberry rules. Now, I'm only trying to give you the benefit of my experience, but if you don't need any help, then...
All right. Come on.
All right, now let's show some style. Oh, Jess, no, not like that. Your guard, Jess. Put up your guard. All right, Jess, put some life into it now. Circle around him. Dance around him. Use that foot. That's the way. Circle around him. Come on, circle around him. All right, head up. Head up. Chin in. Oh, Jess, no, keep your guard up. Circle around him, Jess. Use that footwork. Dance around. That's the way, Jess. Come on, move. All right, now let's put some life. Start dancing around, Jess. Come on, use that footwork. Circle around. Circle around. That's the way. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. It's better, Jess, but still too slow. Get a rhythm. Stay with it. Ha! I caught you red-handed. Red-headed's more like it, Freddie.
What you doing out there, Freddie?
Well, I had to come in through the loft since the door was locked.
We didn't want just anybody barging in.
Yeah, well, you didn't keep me out.
Well, Jess is kind of shy about taking dancing lessons.
Dancing lessons?
Sure. What else would we be doing?
All right, you two, now get back to work.
That's better, honey. But loosen up now. Don't be so tense.
Yeah, Jess, don't be so tense.
So, we jumped them somewhere between the smelter and Laredo tomorrow night, hmm?
That's a possibility. Trouble is, I couldn't find out how many Rangers will go with Parmalee to guard the silver.
Well, he'll take plenty with him.
Hendricks will insist on a large force.
Anything you can do about it?
I can hardly complain about the silver being too well guarded.
We may have a real fight on our hands.
And you won't be taking them by surprise.
Once they stash that silver in the bank vault, we won't have a chance.
That's what they think, too. And when people think they've got nothing to worry about, they usually make the best target.
No safer bank in the state of Texas, gentlemen. This vault was designed especially for us by a master craftsman from the East.
Well, it certainly looks impregnable.
Still, if explosives were used...
The Rangers will be on duty here 24 hours a day until the silver is transferred to the buyer or the prior gang is in jail.
Well, what are you doing, Jess?
I'm resting! You two churn heads didn't exactly kill yourself helping me carry that silver in there.
Well, I'd have been glad to, Jess. Except the captain's had me on guard duty.
Jess, all you had to do was ask. I thought you were using it as part of your training.
Getting in shape for Percy Flower.
I'm going to be so tired and weak, I won't be able to bend over and pick a flower.
Well, I'm sure glad that's the end of it. Tell you, I'm plumb worn out just watching it.
Well, sir, that's all of it.
Fine.
Allow me.
Thank you. Stand clear, please.
Did you count the number of ingots?
I thought you were keeping tally.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Bancroft, but could we check to make certain all the silver went in?
Who else has that combination, Mr. Bancroft?
Only my chief teller, a completely reliable man.
Excuse me.
Well, Captain, completed one step successfully.
The easiest.
It's all there.
Captain, now that the silver is all put away safe in the vault, maybe we can forget about the priors and enjoy the 4th?
We're not forgetting the priors. Not for a minute.
Not even 1 minute?
You remember this, Moran. The reputation of the Texas Rangers is at stake, and don't forget it.
Oh, that's true, Captain. That's true.
Moran.
That's very nice. That'll be getting you a lot of customers tomorrow, Percy.
I've seen no Rangers since we got into town.
They're scarce as hen's teeth, ain't they? And I think they'll be just as scarce tomorrow. Oh, come on. Watch out with that second board she's loose. Don't trip. Well, interested friend?
Who's the champion?
That's him.
Oh, thanks. You think that after they see him tomorrow, you'll still have challenges?
Oh, sure. There's bound to be a lot of fellas thinking too much of themselves and not enough of Percy. If you take my advice, you'll put your money on the champ.
I'll do that.
Those Rangers, you know, they were supposed to put a man in the ring. But they're weaseling out. They're using some special duty as a cover for being plain cold-footed.
Which Ranger was the challenger?
Moran. Yeah, Jess Moran. That's... Oh, he talked a good fight. But that special duty is going to cost him a month's wages.
Ah. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of the champ.
Oh, I'll do that. There's the gentleman, Percy. Come on. Watch that step. Come on.
Dad? Oh, Mr. Jones, I didn't hear you come in.
I was watching you train for the big fight tomorrow.
A big fight? I don't know nothing about no big fight.
That's all right. I know all about it.
You do?
And I'm delighted the cavalry sergeant was wrong.
Monahan.
I wanted to place a bet, and he boasted that you wouldn't be fighting.
I could just hear him. You wanted to bet on the fight, huh?
Who wouldn't go for a sure thing?
Oh, just let me get that dingbat in the ring, and you won't have nothing to worry about. Oh, but you heard the captain last night.
Keeping you men busy on the 4th?
How am I going to fight if I'm off somewhere chasing them priors?
Captain will have to leave some of his men in town to guard the bank.
Yeah, if I know the captain, I won't be one of them.
Well, now, maybe I can help.
Well, gee, I don't know, Mr. Jones. The captain, he's got a real suspicious mind. If you was to give him the idea that I wanted to stay in town so as I could fight, he'd...
I understand. I promise you I'll be very discreet.
Well, guess it can't hurt nothing at that.
After all, I've got a stake in wanting to put you in that ring tomorrow, too.
You fix it so that I can get in that ring, and your bet's as good as one!
All right, men, quiet down. I'll make this brief.
Sorry.
I've set up 2 special forces for tomorrow. 7 of you will leave Laredo tonight. Those men will move out of town separately and unobtrusively as possible. They'll rendezvous with me before daybreak at Soda Springs, a half-mile from the Gloria mine. We'll take up positions, keeping every approach to the smelter under surveillance. The other 6 will stay on guard at the bank. Those men I've chosen to stay in Laredo are Hughes, Peterson, Valdez, Riley. Riley!
Yes, sir.
Cooper, Moran, I'd like to talk to those 6 men now. The rest of you, I'll see at Soda Springs tomorrow morning.
Captain, what about me, sir? Wouldn't you like me at the bank, too?
Good idea, Gruber. All right. I want you all in the vault room of the bank before daybreak. You'll stay there until I relieve you. You're guarding $60,000, and don't forget it. Any questions?
Captain, if something should come up, unexpected, and one of us just had to leave.
I'll have to trust you all to use your collective good judgment. If you all agree it's necessary, do it. But be ready to convince me later. It really was. Clear? I'll see you all tomorrow night sometime.
Now, why'd we have to get stuck with that Freddie Gruber?
You say you're gonna fight, old Freddie over there is gonna holler so loud the captain's gonna hear it all the way down in Soda Spring.
All right, now listen, we've almost got Jess in the ring. We're not gonna let a yahoo like Freddie stop us now. Come on, let's go.
Step into the ring, spend 5 minutes with the champion, and earn $50. $10 a minute? Is there a man amongst you? Oh, step up and represent the red. There's a man here, the pride. Step right up here, sir. Come right around here, sir. Here's the man, the pride of Laredo. Spend 5 minutes with you. Watch yourself. That's a little nose board there. Take your time to champion away. I'll cover any small wages that you can. Just a small wage. 5 minutes is not too long. That's all you have to do. Spend 5 minutes with the champion.
Why do you keep looking at your watch and opening the door?
Just letting in a little fresh air, Freddie.
You're not by any chance planning on leaving?
Well, I was thinking I'd just step over to the...
Well, the captain said no one was to leave unless we all agreed it was necessary.
Jess wants to go out a few minutes. It's okay by me.
Me too.
Well, it isn't okay by me. I'd hardly call it necessary to knock out Private Flower.
Me? Knock out Private Flower? What are you talking about?
Yes, I think Captain Parmalee would see it my way.
Gruber, you must have been weaned on vinegar. Where's your ace in the hole, Chad?
I don't know. It's late.
Are there any more wages now before the contest progresses? No? None at all? All right, then, lady, would you mind stepping back? We don't want to get blood in your beautiful gown. Thank you. All right, now, boys, come on, shake hands, and start fighting. Help the man out of the ring.
Who is it?
Wilson Jones.
Insurance.
I guess that's all right.
Couldn't be quieter.
I had to drop by and reassure myself.
Oh, there ain't nothing to worry about.
Has there been a ranger on duty here all the time?
Yes, sir. Why, something wrong?
Looks as if someone may have tried to force the lock.
Let's see.
Now, don't touch it. I think we'd better have a look in the vault. One of you men get the bank manager.
Jess will go, Jess.
Oh, no. You're not using this as an excuse to get out of here. I'll go.
Well, quickly, please.
Yeah, come on, Freddie.
Unlock it, Fred. How did I do?
Just beautiful, Mr. Jones. Just beautiful.
You're a very convincing liar, Jones.
Thank you.
You mean you figured this?
Set the whole thing up, Jess. Come on, Joe. No time to waste.
But I don't think we should.
Yes. It's the pride of the Rangers. It's your duty to knock out Percy Flowers.
That's right. We'll be back before Freddie Gruber even knows about it.
And don't worry, your friend won't find the bank manager. He's out of town. Can't stand 4th of July noise.
Ha! There, you see? Be back in 10 minutes.
Now listen, the captain
The
said
captain is taking care of the prior gang, Jess.
We're watching the silver. Only worry in this is you, Jess.
Oh, yeah? Well, you ain't got no worry.
Come on.
Oh, boy.
You gotta unlock it first, Chad.
Thanks, Joe.
I forgot my stick. Well, go ahead. I'll be there in time to see you finish him off.
Just couldn't have knocked him out already. Who's there?
Wilson Jones.
Let him in, Douglas.
All right, Lundy. Pull the wagon up into the alley.
In town. I thought all of you ran down to Houston to hide with your friend Bennett. Are the three of you coming against the champion?
I'm coming in alone, and when I'm finished, you can carry him out.
Now, folks, you're about to see a demonstration why the 4th Cavalry is the greatest outfit in the world. Will you be coming into the ring now, Ranger? The champion's getting a little impatient. I'm coming. Before he steps a foot in the ring now, there's a Ranger for you.
That's blowing up like a balloon. It must be strained or either broken, one or the other.
Well, now, wasn't that a dandy fight over before it started? And they'll be around later to collect that month's wages, since not one Ranger steps a foot in the ring against the champion.
Don't start looking at me. Well, I didn't say I'd fight him. You gotta start thinking about the pride of the outfit, Joe.
Yeah,
the Rangers, old Joe. Don't come on to me with that pride of the outfit, loyal to the Rangers, and let down the outfit. Joe, we haven't got much time. All right, son, loudmouth, you got yourself another challenge. I'm doing it to protect my own bet. Sure. Hang on, Miss Chad.
Real fast.
Can't you do it?
Time. I only watched him work it twice.
Who is he?
Ranger?
The manager isn't in town.
Mr. Jones.
They got away with the silver.
Joe! Joe, the pirates got the silver! Come on! Now, Joe! Come on, Joe! Here, I'd only hold you up. Just like you're ready to be a couple times, you prove your cold fight! Percy! Yeah! Percy! Will you wake up, you big
Striking about 2,000 pounds lighter now.
Yeah, they've unloaded the silver. I don't get it, though, Joe. There wasn't any sign.
There was a sign. We just missed it. Let's go.
Take this silver back to Laredo, don't you, Mr. Jones? Well, perfect timing, Jess. It's all over.
I've been doing your fighting for you all day, haven't I, Jess?
Well, I'd have been here sooner. Except I had to finish what you started.
Percy? Well, now.
Maybe you don't get to keep that silver, Mr. Jones, but at least you won your bet on the fight.
No, he didn't, Jess. You can pay me, Mr. Jones.
You mean you bet against me? On Percy Flower? Well, of all the dirty low, down, cussed, ornery, backstabbing, that one takes the prize.
Your story has more holes in it than a sieve.
Well, it all happened so fast.
And we were just as surprised that insurance man was part of the Pryors as you.
Guess that did surprise you, huh, Cap?
It did.
In spite of everything, we didn't lose our heads.
No, sir, we sure didn't.
Even though 4 of the 7 wasn't even in the fight.
That's right. We couldn't count on any help from Freddie or Peterson or Hughes or Valdez.
And Jess with that bum ankle.
But we still got the silver into the bank and the Pryor gang in jail.
Just like you planned it.
Not exactly. That leg, Moran. How did you do it?
How did I do it? How did I do it?
Yeah.
Well, he turned it, sir, rushing to do his duty as a ranger.
That's how I did it.
You have anything to add to that, Gruber?
Oh, poor old Freddie. He couldn't see much of what went on. Knocked out like he was.
How's your head, Fred?
As a matter of fact, sir, when he woke up, it was all over but the shouting. Wasn't it, Fred?
He's right, Captain.
All right, you can go.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Captain.
Moran, I understand the cavalry champ was knocked out yesterday.
Yes, sir. Oh, sure, and it was a grand and a glorious fall.
A day to remember, sir.
That it was, Captain.